Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another Manchester United news video for you. We're going to cover all the latest United news of the day, as we always do, guys, and give you the latest updates of what's going on. We do have some very sad news to talk about at the start of the stream, which we're going to get into in a minute. I could see all the live chat with the keep the love hearts coming in the live chat, guys. But do us a favour at the start of this show, drop a like, give it a share, hit the subscribe, get yourself involved in the live chat, and always be respectful, everybody, as well. I'm sure I don't need to tell the Bacon Brigade that, but any new people in here, you know, make sure you're respectful, of course, and just try and get on. But thank you very much for everybody that's joining. We're going to get into all the latest United news this evening. Right, okay, well, yeah, I mean, so the biggest news, guys, we've got some sad breaking news that's just coming out this evening, which is that Manchester United forward Cristiano Ronaldo has announced that one of his newborn twins has passed away. So Cristiano Ronaldo put a post on social media just a little while ago, and it basically says this. It says, "It's with our deepest sadness we have to announce that our baby boy has passed away. It's the greatest pain that any parents can feel. Only the birth of our baby girl gives us the strength to live this moment with some hope and happiness. We would like to thank the doctors and nurses for all their expert care and support. We're all devastated at this loss, and we kindly ask for privacy at this very difficult time. Our baby boy, you are our angel. We will always love you." From Cristiano Ronaldo there. So, yes, guys, I mean, very somber, very sad, very devastating, heartbreaking news to report at the top of the show, which is that, you know, Ronaldo and his partner, Georgina Rodriguez, have lost a child. So he did announce that they were, you know, that they were expecting twins, I believe, in October. From what we understand at this moment in time, the baby girl is fine, as he says in his message there, which gives them the hope to carry on through this terrible time. But yeah, it's just heartbreaking, guys, to think what Cristiano and his family are feeling right now. To be fair, I mean that's all I'm thinking of. It's sad when anybody passes, certainly a newborn child. It is the saddest. So yeah, I mean it's a very tough topic, obviously, guys. But thank you everybody for getting in here with your messages of support. I could see them before the show was starting. And everybody, let's get some love hearts in the live chat for our one of our greatest players of all time, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo. But aside from that, you know, this is the thing with Manchester United. Aside from football, you know, essentially it is a big family, and so you know the footballing world is behind Cristiano Ronaldo. This channel, everyone on this channel, Man United fans, I'm sure we're all behind Cristiano Ronaldo and his family. And just to wish our condolences and, you know, obviously, just share at this moment, guys. That's all I can really say. So, thank you very much, everyone, for getting in here with your love hearts and stuff, guys. Yeah, very sad indeed. Some very sad news from the club. And Manchester United released a statement as well. And just said that your pain is our pain, Cristiano, sending love and strength to you and the family at this time. So yeah, guys, I mean, listen, that's the big news. Of course, there's lots of different Manchester United players that have responded. Rashford's come out and said thoughts are with you and Georgina, brother. I'm so sorry. The Premier League also, sending condolences. Everybody's sending condolences all around the world for Cristiano Ronaldo. So yes, guys, you know, I just felt like a better deal with it at the start of the show. It is obviously it's a Man United news show. We're talking about the latest United news. Cristiano Ronaldo is our star player, and this is something that's going to deeply affect him. Now, I'm not even going to get onto things like, oh, when's he going to play and all that, because I think it's secondary at this moment in time. Obviously, he's got to deal with the mourning of the loss of his child, and whether it's compassionate leave or whatever, we don't know what's the situation, but you know, all that is secondary, as I say. Okay, so yeah, terribly sad news, guys, to kick things off with. RD Chico, yes, that's right, you're right. He comments and says Bruno was in a car crash too. Well, Bruno did have a crash in his Porsche earlier on today, mate, but he's absolutely fine from what I understand. So he's come out of it unscathed. But yes, absolutely, yeah, that did happen today as well. So yeah, he was unhurt though. So this is the report earlier. United midfielder Bruno Fernandes unhurt after being involved in a car crash on his way to training on Monday. No parties involved are understood to have sustained serious injuries. Fernandes was okay and will be for tomorrow, said interim boss Ralph Rangnick earlier on today. So yeah, no problems with Bruno Fernandes. Firefighters made both vehicles safe and were at the scene for around 3/4 of an hour. So not a major incident, but obviously he has, you know, that has happened as well. But in light of what's happened, you know, Bruno having a ding in his car, who really gives a shit? You know what I mean? But anyway, so there we go, guys. Keep the love hearts coming in there for Cristiano Ronaldo. Get those RIPs in the chat as well for the Ronaldo family, obviously. Very, very sad news, and just thoughts with Cristiano at this difficult moment with the passing of his newborn son. And yeah, tough topic to discuss, obviously, but we're going to get onto the rest of the United news now. Thank you, everyone, for the message of support and just the pure love shown in this community as well, because there's a lot of legends in this community, and as I say, the family of Manchester United, as United themselves, the club tweeted out, mourns a loss just as just the same. So there we go. That is the latest Ronaldo news, guys. Thank you very much for everyone that's joining and getting in here. Takashi, how you doing? Ice Queen Gaming, Top Notch Tom, The Vutilator, Alex Roach, JB, Eddie's Football Waffle, Flabby G, Griffo Chaz. Thank you so much for everyone who's in here, guys. Really, really appreciate you joining us. So we're going to get on to the rest of, the Manchester United news tonight. So the biggest story, that's coming out is we've got a report from Fabrizio Romano earlier on, basically just said, here we go. So, it seems almost, what's the word, redundant talk about something like this when we've just talked about Ronaldo losing his son. Obviously, this seems somewhat, what's the word, trivial, of course, but at the end of the day, Fabrizio Romano has just reported that it's a here we go situation. So that basically means it's done, guys. I mean, when Fabrizio Romano says here we go, that usually means it's done. So that's the latest with Erik ten Hag, guys. This is what he said earlier, about 4 hours ago. He said, Erik ten Hag to Manchester United, here we go. Agreement on contract now set to be completed. Mitchell van der Gaag, priority candidate for coaching staff. Ajax and Man United in contact to discuss €2 million clause. Announcement timing depends on this, not today or tomorrow, so it's not expected in the coming, the imminent sort of days. But it is, it's anytime soon, guys. So we heard a couple of weeks ago that it's probably, or a week ago, it's probably expected to be in the next week or two. That's still the case in terms of an official announcement. Then again, with the Eredivisie still underway, you don't know whether or not they're just waiting to wait until the end of the season for both parties, really, because obviously he is Ajax manager. So, but it looks like it's all done, guys. It's a here we go situation. Thank you, Griffo, for putting the link to the article in the live chat. I'm going to pin that to the top of the live chat if you want to read the latest Ten Hag news also. But that is a here we go situation in terms of same sort of deal, really, though. It's just finalising contracts. It seems like the current number 2 at Ajax is perhaps going to be coming in, Mitchell van der Gaag as well. And it's going to be done very imminently, guys, very soon. Few days' time, maybe an announcement, or maybe at the end of the season. But he is going to be the next United manager. Hey, Bez, thank you very much for your highlighted member comment there, dude. Appreciate you getting in here with your highlighted member comment. He says he's been a member for 2 months. Let's get a hashtag 2 months in the live chat. Thank you, Bez. He says, Sue Ten Hag, get in. Yeah, great. Obviously, great to have a new manager coming in, because the current one is just, he's a temp. That's all it really is. We need to get somebody in really to start sort of get us on the right direction now, get us on the right track and moving in the right direction. So, yes, he would definitely be a breath of fresh air, just simply because we got to get going with somebody, don't we? And he does seem like a very prime candidate with the style that he would bring to Manchester United, his youth development record, what he's done at Ajax, obviously both in terms of domestically, but certainly in the Champions League, and on a shoestring budget as well. So, yeah, I'm very excited with the possibility of getting him in here. Like anyone, he's going to have time, and he's also going to have to do well. He's going to have to do well. He's going to have to show progress over the seasons. I'm not expecting anything crazy in the first sort of year that he's here, obviously. It's all about laying those foundations, changing the philosophy at United, getting rid of a lot of the shite players that are at this football club, and getting in some new, fresh faces that are good enough to play for this football club and are hungry, and a younger, hungrier sort of players to help us build for the future. So it's going to take a bit of time, but it is going to be progress-based. It's going to be performance-based on his progress as well. So, he's not just going to get 5 years, regardless of how he does. He's going to have to come in and show progress at United. But I think that what he's done at Ajax is commendable. He's obviously a very talented coach. Stylistically, it's what United need. I've heard some quotes from him recently. He's got pictures of Johan Cruyff hanging up in his office. And he says that, why wouldn't I have Johan on the wall, who's the father, father of total attacking football. He's got the same philosophy as me. This sort of vibe. So that's the sort of thing I want to bring to United, is not only trying to win the games, but trying to win them well and to play nice football. That's what it should be all about at Manchester United. You see other teams doing it, your Liverpools and your Cities of this world, and Manchester United should be capable of doing that. We should be playing swashbuckling football, but capable of beating the very best teams in the world with that style. And hopefully something like that coming in can get us to do that. Thank you, Griffo Chaz, for the article, mate. He says, anyway, I'm off. Keep those hearts coming in and keep the support for the pigs. See you later, Big Breed. Thank you very much, Griffo Chaz. Yes, please do read his article pinned at the top of the live chat in regards to Ten Hag. See you later on, my son. Please do keep those love hearts coming in there. Rush Mano, thank you very much for the like update. He says we've got 66 likes. Everyone, drop a thumbs up on the video. Let's see if we can get 100 likes on the stream. Give it a share around if you want as well. And if you're new as well, drop a subscribe on the channel. Make sure you do get yourself involved with the chat and the legends here. We're on here every single day. So please do get yourself in here and let's be having you. Benjamin Bessemer, thank you so much for being a member of this channel for 9 months, lad. You absolute legend. He says, Piggy, let's go. How are you doing? Gutted for the GOAT with his sad news, but I'd love for that grief to be turned into raw passion for the game, says Benjamin Bessemer. Absolutely. There's always one dickhead, isn't there? I've had to turn on subscriber mode, by the way, there. But either way, Benjamin Bessemer, mate. Sorry, not you. You're not the dickhead, Benjamin. Hey, Benjamin Bessemer, you're an absolute legend. Guys, can we get a hashtag 9 months in the chat for Benjamin? Thanks for supporting the show for all that time, lad. He says, Piggy, let's go. How are you doing? Gutted for the GOAT with his sad news, but I'd love for that grief to be turned into raw passion for the game, says Benjamin Bessemer. Benjamin, thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, in regards to Ronaldo, I don't even, obviously for the players, the rest of the team, absolutely, we've got to show passion, we've got to show camaraderie, I absolutely agree with you. But in terms of Ronaldo, look, I don't know what's going to be going on, whether or not he's even going to be playing, as I say. It wouldn't surprise me knowing what a strong character he is if he did, but personally, look, I don't know what the situation is there yet, if there's going to be any updates about the compassionate leave or anything like that. And of course, that's the primary thing that we need to focus on, is the Ronaldo family, getting the time they need and to mourn their loss. Hey, thank you, 0793, you absolute legend. I really appreciate you getting in it, and everybody else as well. You're all a bunch of legends. All a bunch of legends. Thank you so much for joining and getting your thoughts and opinions in. So yes, guys, so Ten Hag's basically a done deal. It isn't yet. I'm not going to put done deal on the channel yet because it's not exactly 100% done yet. But in the next coming days, United and Ajax should be able to reach an agreement based on this €2 million compensation package as well, for him to leave Ajax at the end of the current Eredivisie season and join Manchester United in the summer. So that's big news, guys. Obviously, that's come out and is positive stuff. Positive news about Ten Hag coming to United. Just in regards to other Manchester United related news, Wayne Rooney, by the way, Derby County have been relegated. So I don't know if you saw that, but yeah, Derby County have gone down. Wayne Rooney has said that he hopes former Rams owner Mel Morris loses sleep over the club's relegation. He says hopefully he doesn't get a good night's sleep tonight, and that plays on his mind. He also went on to say that he wants to rebuild Derby. He tweeted and he said, absolutely gutted with the outcome from today. Proud of the players and staff. Unbelievable effort from everyone. Thanks to all our fans for the incredible support through some tough times. Hopefully we can start to rebuild as soon as possible. So Derby going down there, man. They're obviously their owners terrible management previously has caused big issues for them, and they started the season with minus, was it 15 points? And he's not done enough to be able to keep them up. But actually, if you look at them, sort of what they would have done if they'd had the 15 points in their goal difference and stuff like that, then obviously they would have been safe. And even though Rooney had like a team of sort of mishmash players, a lot of free agents and random players coming in and stuff in a higgledy-piggledy way, I'd say I think he's proven to everybody and a lot of the doubters that maybe he wouldn't necessarily be great at management, that he could actually be a really good manager, I think, Wayne Rooney. That's it. He's done very well with Derby. He's shown a lot of spirit. He's shown a lot of ability to, build a cohesive team, and that's half the battle. And yeah, he seems like he's got the passion for it. So, you know what? Fair play to Wayne Rooney, lad. I think he's done a very good job. I know they got relegated, but I think he's done a very good job. And one day, could he be future? It was 21 points, was it? Wow, yeah, even more gash. So, yeah, there you go. So, could he be future Manchester United manager one day? He's going to have to go and cut his teeth, a lot longer than just being Derby manager. But there you go. I think he is showing good abilities as a manager. But hey, it's very early doors for Wayne Rooney in his managerial career. But fair play to him. Derby showing good resilience throughout the season anyway. But they are gone. Right, okay then, guys. So, yeah, so that's basically the situation with Ten Hag. There's not too much more, at the moment, but it's just like contact to discuss between the two clubs expected in the coming days, and that's going to be announced probably, I would say, earliest in a few days' time, but also it may well be until the end of the season. I'm just going to get into the live chat for a few minutes, guys. Thank you very much to Vincent Bullock for saying Happy Easter. Thank you very much. Happy Easter to everybody else as well in the live chat. Really, really appreciate you all getting in. Yeah, Susan Lively soon. Absolutely. Rooney has done very, very well. And it's funny, isn't it? Because, I don't know, just where he's quite young as well and just recently finished. And he doesn't strike me as, even though he's a great player, so, physical, aggressive and confident on the pitch, he doesn't necessarily strike me as somebody off the pitch who would necessarily have that confidence to lead a dressing room as a manager. I know that may sound silly because he's captained teams and all the rest of it, but, just from a verbal point of view or a man management point of view, I don't know, it just never struck me as that. But I think I'm definitely wrong on that. I think he's definitely shown that he's got the character to do it and that he wants to do it and that he's prepared to put in the legwork. I mean, we don't know what's going on yet with Rooney, but he may actually be staying. It seems like he's going to be staying and trying to bring them back up. Thank you very much, Mark Wallace. He says, hit the like button. Thank you so much. Yes, there is some FIFA Tonight crawl number 1. Absolutely, mate. We'll be back on about 11:30ish, so do get yourself involved for that. Just going to point out, Rooney got relegated quicker than his hairline, says Flabby G. Yeah, but it's not really their fault. It's not really Wayne Rooney's fault, is it? I mean, if you have a look at the championship table, then he's done okay. He's done okay. So I just get it here. I mean, in terms of Derby, yeah. So they've got a goal difference of -7. You have to go all the way up to about 15th place in the league to find a team with a better one than that. So that does say that they're a lot better than the 23rd where they finished. Of course they are. They got a huge points deduction. So if not for that, and the fact that Wayne Rooney was just left in the summer scratching around for players to try and sign free agents to actually get a squad big enough to do anything, I'd say that he's actually done about as good as he could have done. Oh, says, can we please swap Bruce for Rooney, please? Scott Corden, how you doing? Thank you for getting in here, my man. Declan Gilby says, think Lingard would fit in well, would even do a swap for Lingard. Benrahma, to be honest, says Declan Gilby. Hey, fair play to you, mate. Yeah, well, this is it. Jesse Lingard's definitely going to be leaving this summer, isn't he? He's definitely going to be leaving, and there's a few big candidates of clubs where he could end up. West Ham, Newcastle United, even a couple of clubs abroad. So it's going to be an interesting summer to see what happens with Jesse Lingard. He is a good player. He even showed that again in that game where he played the other day for us. I thought he had a pretty committed game. I thought he was definitely playing like a player who was trying his best for the team, like he always does in all fairness. He wasn't playing like a player that's leaving in the summer. No, if you want to see a player play like a player that's leaving in the summer, just go and check out Mr. Paul Pogba. Guys, he's cupping his fucking ear. He's cupping his ear to the Stretford end and all the rest of it, guys. He's fucking wronging, son. Sorry to say, but yeah. Anyway, Pogba out, Lingard out. We need to get a lot of these players out in the summer. But yeah, Lingard would do well at most clubs, I think. And in all fairness, we could do a lot worse than Jesse Lingard as a sort of squad player. As he's proven in the last game, it's handy to have a player like that come in and be able to play in a good profile game where you need a performance. He is a good player, but it's just for him himself, for his career. If he wants to ever get in the England setup, if he ever wants to actually play week in, week out for a team, he's got to go. And actually, as a free agent in the summer, his position's really strong. Because he's just got like a lot of offers on the table, I'd imagine, and there'll be big offers because there's no transfer fee involved, so he's going to get a nice little whack in terms of signing on fee and decent wages. And plus, there's a couple of clubs that are interested in him, so it might be a bit of a shootout between a couple of teams. I could see Newcastle United trying to do everything they can to convince Jesse Lingard to come to their club with the money they've got and what they're trying to do over the next few years. Certainly West Ham, they're having a very successful period at the moment under Moyes. He's played for them previously. He's had that relationship, and he definitely had a lot of admiration by the fans and performed really well when he's there. So Jesse, the world's Jesse's oyster in terms of the summer. He can go and play for one of these other good teams. They're not going to be as good as Manchester United. Manchester United's a top side, which is why we should move on from a player like Jesse Lingard. And he is a good standard player, but we need to be looking at getting great standard players, out with the old shit, in with the new, get Slabbington, Maguire out the club, get a bunch of these batting average sort of underperformers, Pogba out, etc. And get some new blood in, get some good hungry players in who are going to perform a lot better, I think is what we need to do. Ten Hag is 110% right. Man United's biggest problem is the scouting system. He's about to unlock it for us as YouTube 15. Absolute mon, my friend. Hey, sorry, I missed a super chat here from Michael Myers. I apologize. Hey, Michael Myers, thanks for getting in here, bud. He says, hey, Pig, hope you're well, mate. I think with your injuries and new faces, the performance of those coming in may improve. Big respect, legend. Yeah, thank you very much, Michael Myers. There you go. Maybe so, because we've got a few players out, right? One or two players who haven't played much recently are going to come in, like we just talked about Lingard. Or maybe some youngsters might take an opportunity. Hey, who knows what's going to go on at the moment? But I'd say that I'd say that this season's more or less just a scramble over the line if we can. It's almost a write-off. It would be a write-off if it wasn't for the other teams being equally so shit that are going for those top four spaces. So United just need to stay stay positive, even if we don't actually win that game against Liverpool, right? There's still a good chance we could actually get top four because Spurs and Arsenal are actually bottle merchants. If United won every single other game we've got 6 games left. If we won the other 5, even if we didn't necessarily get the result against Liverpool and beat Arsenal in the process, I think we might still stand a chance of getting top four because let's face it, Spurs are bottle merchants. So it is still possible that we could get it. But anyway, we'll see. By the way, guys, I was going to do a preview for the game tonight. I've just melted. I've been sleeping this evening. Didn't really have that much time, and plus also need a bit more information for tomorrow in regards to team news and that kind of thing. So with what's gone on, but also so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a match preview in the daytime tomorrow. In the morning, my morning, not your morning. My morning, when I get up in the afternoon sometime, I will jump on and do a proper match preview for the Liverpool game, obviously, because that is usually what I do the night before right about now. But I wanted to jump on after I woke up from a nap and talk about the Ten Hag news, obviously, to United, and then there's obviously the breaking news about Ronaldo losing his son as well. So, but thank you very much, Matty Rushmano, for getting in here with some updates. Really, really appreciate you. What an absolute legend. So if you're just joining us, though, guys, I'll give you a quick update. Once again, drop a like on the video. There's 176 legends who have joined us right now. Please do smash that thumbs up button on the stream if you haven't done so. Get yourself involved with the chat. Subscribe if you're new and all that good stuff. So the biggest breaking news, obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo announced on social media that he has... that him and his partner, Jorginho Rodriguez, have lost a newborn baby son, has tragically passed away. So they're expecting twins, and the girl is alive and well. That's what we understand. But the newborn son has passed away. So everyone, let's get some love hearts in there for the Cristiano Ronaldo family, and just once again, our condolences, of course, and just thoughts and prayers with Cristiano Ronaldo's family at this time. The other big news, if you're just joining us, is that Erik ten Hag has moved a very big step closer to joining Manchester United. As you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, Fabrizio Romano gave us an update a few hours ago just saying that the situation is really a here-we-go situation. And so we're expecting the announcement in a few days' time. It may not be until the end of the season, but it's basically being wrapped up now. The two clubs, Ajax and Manchester United, are finalising things, discussing things. Contact has been made. And, of course, they need to discuss compensation, which seems to be set at €2 million in terms of a clause, and also, just when he will be relieved of his duties, times, and things like that. Thank you, Vincent. Get in there, mate. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Retro Unlimited. Yeah, I can only imagine, dude. I can only imagine. Seriously, I think, as yeah, as you go through life, obviously these losses and these things are going to occur, but certainly in terms of pain and loss, that is a very tough one to tough one to stomach, if you know what I mean. So yes, absolutely agreed, my friend. Sorry to hear that as well, bud. I'm very sorry to hear that. I am on FIFA Tonight 21, Nick P. I'm going to be on. Give me about an hour and 15 minutes. I'm going to go on about 11:30 tonight. Sorry to hear that, Retro, says Mark Wallace. Absolutely, guys. Keep those love hearts coming. Thank you very much, Rushmano, for the updates, by the way. I really, really appreciate you. So let's just get into this. So, yeah, Wayne Rooney speaks to fans at Derby County. Look at this. So he's pictured outside the stadium here, and he's talking to fans of Derby County who gathered outside their training ground, I should say, after their relegation today. Fantastic from Wayne Rooney. Look at that. I mean, fair play to him, mate. The guy's showing serious leadership qualities, serious leadership qualities. And obviously, I knew he had it in him as a player, but he's also looks like he's got it in him as a manager. I'm very impressed by Wayne Rooney at the moment, guys. I must admit. Hey, look, he's had a nightmare season. He's done about as well as he can at Derby County. They've been up against it. They've absolutely ran the club into the ground in the last few years in terms of ownership. And, and so that's why they're obviously with a minus, how many points deduction at the start of the season. Oh, great stats on Jimmy Garner, by the way. So, yeah, by the way, this guy is looking like an absolute fantastic player for us. He's got to be brought into the first team next season, guys, into the squad at least. Smash a 1 in the live chat if you agree with that statement. So, I haven't even watched many of his games. I've seen a couple here and there. But in terms of just, like, hearing about him, there's so much about this guy after every single, not Forest game, because he just seems to, like, have good performances every single week, this guy. Versus West Brom, 89 touches, 3 shots, 1 assist, 63 completed passes, 89% pass accuracy, 2 key passes, 5 accurate long passes, 3 interceptions, 4 recoveries. I mean, he's definitely a success story this season of players who've gone out on loan. Can talk about how many players going out on loan. We've actually loaned out quite a few. You haven't really heard too much about them, have you? Twanzibi's not exactly been doing well. Mengi. Diallo's supposed to have a bit of a shitter at Rangers. I haven't really been watching any of it, but apparently this is what I hear. So, but he has absolutely progressed. He's developed. He's played in a very difficult physical league and done well and definitely developed as a player this year. So, yeah, absolutely. I can see all the ones coming in the live chat. And Thugger says, give him a shot. Why not? Precisely his age and what he can do with control in midfield. No, I'm not saying he's going to come in and be Paul Scholes or fucking whoever straight away. But as a youngster developing, he is developing in the right way. And he's probably ready for United to step up and give him a chance at midfield. We look at our midfield options. I think we need to sign 2 midfielders in this summer transfer window, personally. With Pogba going out, Matic going out, Mata going out, these sorts of guys going out. We need to go and sign midfielders. But in terms of the sort of central midfielders, you've got Matic going. Pogba, I think, will be going as well. So that leaves us with Scott McTominay and Fred, both of which I think are good squad players, but I don't think they're either of which, first team starters in the big key crunch games. I just don't see them being good enough quality. So I think we need to sign 2 players there. I'd take something like Tielemans, Ruben Neves, something like that, little cheeky combo like that. If you could afford to get it, if you could pull that off. And then what you should do is actually have Garner come through. That gives you 5 sort of central midfielders to choose from. You've got Fred and McTominay deputising. You've got Garner, who is your hot prospect, who you're developing, who you're bringing along right and gradually, and also giving opportunities to when they are, available. And then you've got your 2 main guys who are the daddies. That's pretty much it, in my opinion. That would work well. So, he should be brought through. United should be about bringing youngsters through. Same goes for Mengi next season at centre-back. I'd like to see us bring him through. I'd like to see us bring another forward player through. Let's get Diallo back from Rangers as well. Give him some opportunities. United should be a club that's developing players. You can't just throw the youth out there. I understand that, but 1 or 2 every season, 2 or 3 every season. That's what United should be looking to do. We've always done that until recent years when we seem to have, matched a lot of the other clubs. Mono were going out there, spending money on the big signings, the marquee signings. In the summer, it's not really actually worked too well for us in recent years as well, going out there buying big name players for big money. So yeah, bringing a couple of youngsters through at the same time as going to sign 5, 6, 7 players this summer in all positions, makes a lot of sense to me. Oh, excuse me. Chrissy J says Garner and Donny in midfield. And Donny Van der Beek's going to be like a new signing under under Ten Hag. I totally forgot about him. So you're absolutely right, yeah. Crikey. Well, we'd have 6 midfielders then. Maybe that would be too many. I don't know, but you know, there's nothing wrong with having quality and depth, is there? You know what I'm saying? And definitely as a future prospect, James Garner does look like he's developing well and performing well, certainly at Notts Forest. Yeah. Okay, we've also, so just a couple of bits of information on some targets we've got, guys, recently. You know, obviously we've got a lot of different targets. I'm actually going to do a full-on video about this as well, maybe tomorrow or the next day, in regards to an update of all of Ten Hag's sort of targets and who's the most realistic and when they'll be coming in. But there is a little bit more coming out just about Manchester United being linked with Calvin Phillips repeatedly. Now, just because he may be available for a decent amount of money, there's a lot of players United want, but there's just a lot of money on the table for these players that we're discussing, whereas he is available for a lot less money. I personally don't really think we should be going for him. He is a good player. He is industrious. He's shown that he did well for England as well in the Euros and all the rest of it. He's a good player. Leeds are, they're not going to do much. And he probably could step up and play to a higher level. Do we need another sort of squad player, though? Is he good enough to be number one man? I think we need to aim a little bit higher than that. I personally think he is good. He's an option, but, you know, yeah, well, he's not as good as an option as someone like a Declan Rice or, you know, or a Tielemans, in my opinion, or Declan Rice just cost £90 million, though. That's the problem. So that is the problem. Tielemans, though, might be available for a reasonable amount. Ruben Neves might be available for a more reasonable amount of money than that. A lot more reasonable, 40 or 50 mil. So, yeah, you know, I don't know about Calvin Phillips. Let's have a vote in the live chat, though. Calvin Phillips, yes or no? Hey, Bell6991 says we've got 130 likes. Like, share, and subscribe. Well, thank you very much, Bell6891. You absolute don. And everybody else as well, please do drop a like on the video. And like Rushmano says there, hit that subscribe button. There's a lot of clickbait melters out there, a lot of corporation channels, a lot of purveyors of bullshit. If you like the way we do things on this channel, then with the no clickbait vibes, then please do show your support by dropping a like. It's free. Boost us up the algorithm and share it around. Nice one. Mark Wallace says no. Eddie's Football Waffle, how you doing, my son? He says yes. Chrissy J says yes. Solskjaer says yes. Kieran says yes. No, says Peter Abate. Yes, for less than 35 to 40. Good point. For the right amount of money, he is definitely a good player, isn't he? But look, there's just players that I would rather have at Manchester United. So think about, like, I don't know, Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham would be a nice shout. Or, you know, Tielemans I would rather have. Ndidi I would rather have. You know, okay, this guy's a cheaper budget option, though. I get that. That's, I think, the point we're talking about, really, is the fact that, well, yeah, Man United have to sign a lot of players this summer. You can't go and spend 80, 70, 60 million pounds on every single player. I totally understand that. So, yeah, United are going to have to be a little bit more frugal in certain positions. We're going to have to look at strengthening in all areas. Because think about it, Cavani's going this summer. Greenwood's out at the moment. Ronaldo may or may not be here next season. I hope that he is. And I hope, obviously, there were some reports coming out a few days ago. Ten Hag may not want Ronaldo. What a load of bullshit that is, by the way. Did you see what he did again? Man, I mean, like, who wouldn't want that guy in your squad? I'm just saying, who wouldn't want that guy? It's pretty preposterous to think that anybody wouldn't want Ronaldo in the squad. So, yeah. But anyway, the forward situation needs addressing because of that. We've got to get a forward in. You've got to get a winger in my opinion, with this discussions of talks. So maybe Anthony from Ajax would be another great acquisition for us. I think that is possible because of the Ten Hag Ajax connection there. We need a couple of midfielders, and I think 2 personally. So maybe you could get this guy, you know, as part of that. And then I think we do need a centre-back as well. I'm looking at the centre-back positions at the club. Yeah, okay, we've got a lot of centre-backs. Maguire's a human slab. Hopefully he can be sold. I really don't want us to stick with him and persevere with him. Ten Hag needs to come in, strip the captaincy off him, lay the smack down, give him the double finger, kick him in the stomach, stone cold stun him, and get him out the door, my son, in my opinion. That's what he needs to do. Oh, hell yeah. He does look a little bit like Steve Austin, though. I'm just saying, anyway. But, no. He needs to get Slappy Maguire stone cold stand out the door. A few of the other players too. But the centre-backs, yeah, Varane's good enough, but he's not fit enough all the time. He's going to have injury concerns throughout the season. That's the nature of the guy. He's going to, you have to manage him. He's going to have little spells where he's out injured. Bailly's the same, so I think he should be sold this summer. Phil Jones just got to go. As much as I love him and he played well the other day, and he's had good times in the past for United, well, what is he doing at this football club now? So just a waste. I'd keep Lindelof absolutely as a squad player and somebody to, come in and challenge as well. But really, we need to sign a centre-back. Rudiger, there's talks of Rudiger would be a fantastic... This guy could be available on a free. That's what I'm talking about in terms of doing frugal business where you can sign good players for not a lot of money. You can't go and spend 40, 50, 60 million pounds on every single player. If that was the case, think about it. I mean, we could go get Pau Torres centre-back. How much would he be? 50 mil. Ruben Neves, 50 mil. Tielemans, 50 mil. That's 150 million right there. Your budget's gone. So you've got to, sign some younger, hungrier players for cheaper money. You've also got to sign some players who are, whatever, their contracts are running out. You can get them a bit cheaper. So that's it. It's about being smart this transfer window. It's about, signing the right players. It's about addressing the right problems in the team. Yeah, Rudiger's a boss. I agree. Not a fan of Torres. Really, Social 99. Well, I mean, I think he's a very talented centre-back, my son. From what I've seen from him anyway. I have only seen about, in all fairness, maybe 7 games from the guy, a couple of which were against us. But, I do think... I think he's going to be, the other day as well. They've got to the semi-finals of the Champions League for a reason. He was very good in that game, which I caught. So, hey, look, it's a different league. It's a different climate. It's a different culture. We've seen players come in and take to it like a duck to water, a la Ruben Dias over at City. But sometimes players do come in and they struggle. So, but I think he would be a good option. I certainly like Antonio Rudiger because of his, his experience as well in the Premier League. Thank you, Maxi, for hitting that subscribe button, by the way. And thank you, Amos Ranking, for hitting that subscribe button. Appreciate you guys dropping in and hitting the subscribe. Nice one. If you're new, do what those guys have done and drop a subscribe. Then you can chat in 5 minutes time. I've had to turn subscriber mode on 5 minutes because of a couple of fucking absolute douchebags. But other than that, there's a great community of legends around here. We know it's the same tiny bollock little virgin melt basement dwelling cheesy puff fingered sausage. So, but either way, thank you everyone who's in here. Do smash the like of supporters. Won't get your opinions in. So everyone's welcome here to chat as long as you're not a complete douchebag, and then you're going to be bounced. But either way. Right then, so thank you to my main man Rush Money for keeping me updated with little snippets and stuff coming throughout the show as well. The guy is an absolute don. He does me a very good service. Check out transfers_United, by the way, UTD, on Twitter. That's Matty Rushmano's transfers page. If you want to keep up to date with the latest United transfer news actually going on, that's a fantastic way of doing it. So, wait a second. So, yes. So, also, Sergei Milinkovic-Savic being linked to the club relentlessly. Lots of midfielders, Ajax players, Justin Timber, Gravenberch, Anthony... and all these players linked to some other clubs as well. Bayern Munich supposedly, in for Gravenberch, etc. But Manchester United should be capable of signing a couple of those guys from them because we've got that relationship. If Ten Hag's coming in, look, he's going to deal well. We've actually dealt well with Ajax in the past recently anyway. We've got Edwin van der Sar over there, our guy on the inside, and he wants what's best for Ajax, I'm sure. But if it suits all parties... then they're a pleasure to do business with, then, aren't they? So, so I think it's definitely possible, and they're more likely to want to sell a player to us than anybody else right now. I think with Edwin there and the relationship we've had recently with Donny and now Ten Hag and all this kind of stuff. So, yeah, so we've got another update. Manchester United are dealing with Calvin Phillips. Wow, that's quite interesting. Thank you very, very much, Rush Money, for the update. So, yeah, another source, another update in regards to Calvin Phillips. So the Calvin Phillips information is piling up a little bit. There's a little bit more coming out in regards to United being linked with a deal for Calvin Phillips in the summer. I think he would be a good acquisition as long as you sign the right players in other positions. He's not exactly who I like. He's not my ideal guy in midfield. Absolutely not, really. Like I said, I would like us to go and get, ideally, I like Tielemans personally. But hey, I would take this guy. We need players, don't we? We need to get the right sort of players. Plus, what I like about him is, mentality-wise, he's absolutely spot on. He works very hard. He's like a workhorse in the middle of the park. Plus, he's got a good character. Even though he's a lead scummer, he actually seems like a nice guy. So there you go. I like him. He seems all right, man. When he was playing for England in the Euros, yeah, definitely a good member of that squad. That doesn't necessarily say much because look at Harry Maguire for England. He's Billy Big Bollocks McGinty for fucking England, but watch him play for United as they shrivel up to raisin size again. He's literally awful for us. So it doesn't necessarily say that much. But we know that he does well for Leeds. Oh, what's this? Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, crikey. Well, we've got some information coming out this evening as well that... Right, okay. Wow. Fucking hell. Man City have agreed terms with Erling Haaland's representatives. That has been reported this evening from a couple of outlets. What the actual... Oh, no! That's horrible news. But I personally don't think that's actually necessarily means that that's going to happen 100%. But I actually do think that that is... I do think that, you know... We'll have to wait and see. I do think that's the most likely outcome for Erling Haaland, is he probably ends up at Man City. They got the money. They spend 100 million on a player every single window. Dortmund are going to get, you know, what they need. And obviously in terms of who's going to pay him the most money, they'll be right up there, won't they? They'll be right up there. He is obviously one of the most talented players in world football. If you look at his strike record in the Champions League and stuff, it's very impressive. I mean, the painting from Ghostbusters 2 certainly can play a bit of football, can't he, man? But fair play to him. He's definitely going to cause us problems if he does sign for Man City. There's talks of still Real Madrid, Barca, these sorts of teams. But I've always said I think he goes to City because I think they need him the most. There's that link there with his father as well. You know, that means something. I think Manchester City is the destination where he ends up, guys. Let me ask the live chat. Where do you think Erling Haaland does finish up playing his football, or start the season next season playing his football? Where do you think he's playing his football at the start of the next season? Let us know. But it does mean that Manchester United, you know, will miss out on this guy again. He wasn't realistically being linked to United anyway because of where we are. We can't even guarantee Champions League football for next season. And a player like that who's played Champions League football is going to want to play Champions League football. They want to go to the top teams and play the top competition. That remains to be seen whether or not United could be in the Champions League. Even if we were in the Champions League, we're not in the place like City right now, where they've got a settled manager, one of the biggest names in world football managing them, who's one of the best coaches in the game as well. They've got the law of winning everything in the domestically, and they're, you know, last year in the final Champions League, this year in the latter stages. They're one of the best teams in the world right now, sadly or not, whether or not you want to admit it or not. And it's all for the wrong reasons. We know that all the money they've put into it, it's just BS. They've just bought it. But either way, regardless, they've got Pep, they've got that great squad of players. They are one of the best teams in the world. So for that reason, Haaland's way more likely to go there than he is to Manchester United. He really is. United wouldn't even have a chance of getting this guy if we do guaranteed Champions League football, because we're not realistically going to win trophies next season, whereas City are way more likely to do so at this moment. So Erling Haaland to Manchester City is looking more and more likely. That's very disappointing. Yeah, gash. Wigan Athletic, says Johnny. Arsenal or Wolves, says Adrian Muller. You what? City, says Michael. City, says Alec Brandon. Derby City, says Mark Coughlin. City, says Susan. City, says Freddie Kelly. Nice one. Definitely City, says Peter Abate. Yeah. Plus, you look at who City have got there, right? They need their next Sergio Aguero. So they have got Gabriel Jesus there, right? But they need their next Sergio Aguero. They need that next iconic forward goal-scoring machine for them for the next decade. And he could actually be that. So that's what they're going to invest in. They've got the money. They've got the means. They've got the ability to just fix their books as well. They like to cook the books over at City. You know, there's this new financial fair play regulations coming in. You can only spend 70% of your revenue or whatever it is. Well, you know, they'll just inflate that with some BS sponsorship deal with Etihad ball bag warmers or something. And then you'll get like a new £100 million fucking sponsorship deal for a fucking Merkin or something. It's bullshit, you know. So we know what goes on there, and but anyway, they'll get around it. They'll get around it. Money talks and bullshit walks, my friends. Hey. Sub to Flying Pig United, thank you so much for the $5 Aussie dollar super chat here, getting in there raw. How was the protest, mate? They lower the price in meat pies. Like Spike says, Sub to Flying Pig United. Right, okay, well, I mean, I personally think that the protest did well. Look, there wasn't that many people who... It looked like the stadium was reasonably full at the start of the game, right? So there's supposed to be a 17-minute boycott. A lot of people did do that. And what was good about it is that on the TV, they showed all of the all of the fans coming in on the 17th minute, and they're talking about it, and they're showing the action. You know what I mean? So there's it's being discussed, it's being talked about, it's being brought to the fore. Is it enough? Not really, in my opinion. I think really it's got to be bigger than that. It's got to be more evident than that. There was a smattering of empty seats, and I think fair play. Let's get some green and gold emojis in there, some applause hands for every single person that did boycott the first 70 minutes of the game, and also, you know, for who protested before the game, and every single person involved in the Glazers Out protest. Because I do think it's fair to say as well that even if people are not boycotting the first part of the game there, most people, of course, regardless of whether they're watching it from the start or not, are Glazers Out at this moment, because we know that they're running this club in a very gash way, and they're causing us a lot of heartache by making a lot of miscalculations, whether it's come to the transfers or just making it quite clear that they're only in it for their own financial gain. So yeah, got to get out of there, got to get them out of there, and the only way to do that really is to keep it at the top. Now, you've got to do it in a peaceful way. Obviously, the more numbers that do it, the more impact it's going to have. But I think I commend every single fan that didn't do that, man. That didn't go in there and miss the first goal and went in there in the 17th minute, because it does help to prove a point. And as we discussed, look, the Glazers aren't going to go willingly. They've got a big, juicy, fat cash cow here that they bought with debt money, and is still making them a nice little chunk of change every single year. And they don't really have to worry about, you know, trying to challenge for the title, as long as they sort of do the bare minimum to appease the fan base and get there or thereabouts, top 4 Champions League money sponsorships coming in. That's all they really seem to want. So, hey, look, we've got to keep it to the fore. It's got to be louder. It's got to be bigger, of course, than this. But at the same time, there could be an offer on the table at some point. And if there's a hostile environment, not hostile, but if there's an environment where it's clearly known all the time that we want to get these toss pots out, and that maybe there will be, financial ramifications to them as well, if enough of the fan base do stop buying the merch, do stop necessarily, going to the games or buying the TV packages or the MUTV, subscription or whatever it may be, then maybe they'll go, hey, it's not as profitable as we thought. This is a $4 billion offer on the table from this blokey. Let's do the deal and get out. Get the fuck out, because everybody hates us. I hope they come to that realization soon. We've seen with the Chelsea situation that there will be a lot of big high-profile offers. If Man United was being floated around, there would be huge offers on the table from various different consortiums, various different businessmen. Of course, loads of people would want to own Manchester United. I personally don't think there would be a problem with finding a buyer. So yeah, we need to get them out now. Hashtag Glazers out, absolutely. Scott Corden says 100 likes, people. Let's go. Hey, thank you, Scott Corden, man. You know what? We're actually almost at 200 likes, my son. So, yes, if you are new to the stream and you haven't gotten in yet, please do drop a thumbs up on the stream. Also, hit that subscribe button if you're new. We're on our way to 54,500 subscribers. So, if you're new around here, do get yourself involved by hitting that sub up. Really appreciate you all for getting in and having your say in regards to this. There's great community and legends here. We let everybody have their say as well. We don't read out channel members' comments or super chats any more so than we do random comments. So everybody has their say, as long as you're not dick anyway. Chelsea are manufactured like City, says Razmalay. Oh, spot on, mate. That's all they've done. Roman Abramovich come in with that dirty oil money from Russia, and they've just bought their success. That's all that's happened there. Hopefully, once now what's happened, hopefully they have a big fall off. That's what they deserve. I'm sorry to say, but Chelsea fans, they've had their success now. It's been illicitly got. And, ill-gotten gains, in my opinion. And now it's time to fuck off back to being a mediocre gash perennial melter team who occasionally might challenge for a cup. You know what I mean? Hey, TTVR Gaming, what's going on, bro? Hope you're doing well. Nice one, Rush Money. We've got some Rangnick quotes just out. Let's take a little look at this then. Okay, so Rangnick says, whether Manchester United could go 30 years without a title like Liverpool, he says, I suppose that will not happen because it's pretty obvious what needs to change and there needs to be a rebuild for the future. I don't think that this will happen. I don't think it will take us 30 years either. But you have to remember, 30 years, it's already been a long time that Manchester United have not won it for Man United standards here now, post-Fergie. So Liverpool will always, see what you got to say about Liverpool as well. They're kind of what we are now in the 90s and stuff. They're sort of always there or thereabouts. They were up the top there. Sometimes they're finishing second, third, They're a good team. They're always a good team. But they're never quite good enough to win the title and challenge. I just hope that it doesn't get like that with us, where it's like this for the next 20 years. I mean, it'll be fucking awful, but we do need to, he says, we need to show the commitment. We need to be present on the pitch, be aggressive. Although there might be a lot of defensive work coming up for us tomorrow, we still need to be proactive. Yeah, I'm going to actually cover all the Rangnick stuff tomorrow in my, I'm going to do a proper match preview for it in the afternoon. So everybody, if you're around tomorrow, tune in. We'll give you all the latest updates in regards to team news, any Rangnick quotes and stuff close to the time as well. But you're a bunch of legends. Thank you so much for the updates there, guys. I know Ronnie Dodge, mate. He says, hey, Pig, I'm so sad about Cristiano. Thoughts are with him and Georgina, says Ronnie Dodge. Spot on, my son. Once again, let's get some love hearts in the live chat for Ronnie and Georgina. I totally agree with you and the Ronaldo family. Yes. Right, guys, I'm going to get into the live chat for a Q&A for a few minutes, and then I'm going to basically wrap this up. But thank you, everyone, for joining us. Get your thoughts and opinions in now. Let's hear your thoughts and opinions about Ten Hag and or any other players, any of the news we just quickly discussed. Let us know your thoughts and opinions. Let's get into the live chat. N says, I honestly love our manager Klopp and the whole team. He's been such a phenomenal manager in pretty much every sense of the word. Also spent less than City and kept true, which I'm proud of. You know what, N? I can't really deny anything you're saying. He's still a shithouse, though. But you know what, though? You're absolutely right, and they've done it in the right way. Respect to Liverpool in that sense, because Chelsea, they bought their success. City, they've bought their success. They bought the mercenaries in. You know, they've spent them billions. They've done it in an aggressive way, and in my opinion, in a way that spoils football. So I hate those sorts of teams for the way that they've gone about their success. Whereas Liverpool, you're right, and Klopp, absolutely, they spent less money than United. They spent less money than City. And they've done it in the right way. So I do have a lot more respect for what Klopp's done and what Liverpool have done, in all fairness, compared to what the shithouses City have done. Hey, Aaron, thank you for getting in with your love hearts as well, mate. Michael Myers as well. What a don. Johnny M. Loves his love to Ronaldo and his family. Josh Lee, what's happening in regards to Núñez? So Darwin Núñez is a link to Manchester United and also a lot of other clubs in the league. He's got a understudy there, expected around about 60 or 70 million euros for the guy. But at the moment, look, United are one of the clubs that are heavily linked to the guy. I have to see what United's ambition is in the summer, what Ten Hag's ambition is, where he wants to strengthen, where he wants to spend his money. But he's definitely on the shortlist, mate. That's what we know right now. United are interested in him. He's a very talented player. Obviously, he's got a very impressive goal-scoring record this year. He's young. He's hungry. He's what we sort of need. So, yeah, there's a possibility that could happen. Hey, Kate Cadet, he says, we can only see how he gets on when he arrives. Club's in such a mess, and Ten Hag needs to be given as long as it takes to fix this mess of a club. Yeah, spot on, Kate Cadet. He does need time. And like we were just mentioning a minute ago, Klopp doing it in the right way at Liverpool. Well, that's what happened with Klopp at Liverpool. He's had to gradually build the team from, being that 7th place gash finish to then where they are now. And it takes a bit of time, doesn't it? So I agree, Kate Cadet. You do need to give him time. It's not all going to come overnight at all. Michael Myers says, have you thought of our bet, Pig, says Michael Myers. I'll talk to you about that later, Michael, on the FIFA stream, lad. I need to think more. Forlan and Cavani has spoken to Núñez about United, says Rushmano. Get in there. Agents of Manchester United doing business. I doubt if CR7 will be playing tomorrow, says Sylvester Inyaga. That's what I think too. Surely he's going to have some sort of compassionate time off. I'm not too sure, though. That's why I've not really, another reason I've not done the preview tonight, I'm not really 100% sure about that. So tomorrow we will get on in the day and give you all the updates on Ronaldo, whether or not he may be playing. I mean, with the character of the guy, it wouldn't really surprise me if he does. But listen, let's face it. When something like that happens, crikey, it would take, it would take me a long time to want to get back at my job, man, in all fairness. So let's give him the time, to mourn the loss, if you know what I mean. I am live tonight, Joshua Andrews, on the FIFA, absolutely. Cavani is Núñez's idol, says Rushmano. Yeah, spot on, yeah. Absolutely. He loves a bit of Edinson. Shame he's pissing off in the summer in that sense, but hey, he's played here at United. He knows all about United. Yeah, Drunk Vigo. I mean, what a hat-trick from Cristiano Ronaldo the other day, Drunk Vigo. I mean, he is the guy that saved us and won us that game. It's sad to say, isn't it? But without him, we probably wouldn't have won that game against the bottom of the table, Norwich. His crazy free kick, his lovely header. Okay, he got the tap in, and Langer's made the first goal. But yeah, that hat-trick, it's just definition of Ronaldo being a clutch goat and just being our saviour. He's third in the goal scoring charts for the Premier League, which is mad. He came in with a few games gone as well at the start of the season. People are slagging him off. Yeah, he's not done it in every game, but back-to-back hat-tricks for the guy. You've got to say, he's just a goat. He just continues to silence the doubt as he continues to be our match winner. And if you didn't have him in the team, we probably would be like 14th or something this season. It's literally been that bad of a season without him sort of saving us a lot of points in some of those games. Yeah, you know it, playlist account. Gravelly voice from Flying Pig. You just think that celebrated, etc. isn't the right time, says Retro. So Jarvis says, I'm so sorry for Ronaldo's loss. I know he would give up all his titles and records just to get some back. Sometimes football doesn't matter at all. You're spot on, Jarvis Cocker. You're right. It's all that stuff is absolutely secondary at this moment for him in that situation. Apparently we have approached Nkunku. Sorry, we've approached Leipzig for Nkunku, and his price is 53 million. Fair play, JMDY2. Another player that Manchester United have been linked with. We'll have to see what goes on there. And also apparently another player that Ten Hag is very strongly interested in. No, I'm not Kate Cadet. He's a shit house. Nah, he's all right, but I'm not going to do him, no. Don't be silly, Craw number one. Who's going to be the number one Baldy or win the Baldy derby, Ten Hag or Pep? Well, Ten Hag looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's going to Stone Cold stun him, mate. Not playing Football Manager, no. Best kick was Maguire on Pogba, says Madhouse. I know that's the best thing that Maguire's done all year. I agree with you. Do I think that Man United's going to win, says Stoggy Stones, against Liverpool tomorrow? I actually don't, but I don't think we're going to lose either. I'm going for the draw tomorrow. Let me know your predictions then. I'm going to do a full-on proper match preview tomorrow for the game in the daytime because obviously I haven't been able to do it this evening. But let us know what you think the result's going to be. I'm going for 1-1. I think it's going to be a draw, guys. Yeah, that's my opinion. I think actually we're going to turn up pretty well. We're going to make it difficult for them, and we're going to piss all over their strawberries for their title challenge as well. That's what I think. Because they need to win all their games. They're a point behind City right now. They need to win all their games. I think if we draw, if we take a couple of points from them, we piss all over their scouse strawberries, and we also do help us a little bit. But still, I think, look, the thing is with Liverpool is they're one of the best teams in the world. United are far away from them in terms of qualities right now. It just has to be said, as sad as it is. But you know what? A lot of that does go out the window in a game like this. If United turn up and have the passion, and our key players do have a really good game, then, hey, look, anything can happen. So they're due a bad game as well, and United are due a good game. We were so bad against Norwich. We were so bad against Everton. Surely we're due a good, passionate, fiery derby performance. Surely we're due that. We'll see. We have got a bunch of melters at the team. 3-0 says Scoojo. Stephen says you're a brave man. I've just got a feeling we're going to turn up. I've got a feeling that they're going to have an off day and we're going to have a good day. That's my feeling in my loins. 1-1. Superstar says we'll batter them 1-1. 7-0 says Henry. 7-1 says Freddie. Oh, fucking hell, man. Nah. 3-1 says N. You see Liverpool winning, but I have a weird feeling it will be more competitive. I think it's going to be very competitive this time. Not when Maguire is playing, says Fire Up. 3-1 says Craw. 3-1 says Ulf793. Man United Stone Cold. Thank you, Soon Ronaldo says, I love your channel. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you. 2-2 says Ronnie. 4-2 says Top Notch Tom. Hey, thank you, Leah Rose. She says 193 likes. Like spike for the legend. Thank you so much. Can we hit 200 likes before the end of the show? Michael Myers says prediction, Slabby to head the winning goal in the 90th minute. Wow, could you imagine? Well, that would write off some of the gashness this season, but not all of it. But we would definitely allow him. Yeah, it is down to that Maguire fuckbag Jeremy McCarthy a lot of the time. 26-0, says Kareem Kwashi. 9-2, says YouTube. 4-1 to Liverpool, says Big God Bob. 1-1 to us, says James Bowring. That's sort of how I feel as well. Kate Cadet says we're going to get battered 5. No, come on now. Liverpool United derby game. Anything can happen, son. Yeah, FIFA tonight, absolutely. Absolutely. Ronnie, Ronaldo might not. I don't actually know if Ronaldo's playing yet, Scott Connor, with the news that's come out tonight. Haven't got any more information on that at this moment in time. Tomorrow we'll find out more. I personally think it's probably unlikely, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, Rushmana says if Rashford plays, we're fucked. Leo Rose says 3-1 to Liverpool. Not much hope, I'm afraid. 2-1 says Catherine Lineker. Absolutely. Yeah, just quoting me from the 5-0 Liverpool video. Hilarious and passionate. Thank you, Jeremy McCarthy. Yeah. I figured it was something like that. Your rage watch along will go viral, says Mark Ashton. I think we might surprise some of you guys. I can see in the live chat not very many people are confident. I've just got a cheeky feeling. Liverpool have had a lot of tough games recently, haven't they? I know they rotated a little bit the other day in the FA Cup. And got the job done against City. But they also played them midweek the other day, 2-2. That's a tough game. I just personally think they're not going to be as on it. That's what I think. I could be wrong. Liverpool 6-0 says Peter, 6-0 Scott Hutchinson, 2-2 says Gordon. I mean, let's face it, they're trying. Then there's 6 games though. They're hunting for the Premier League. They will be trying their damn hardest, and they're one of the best teams in the league. So we're up against it. I'm not trying to say this is not a hard game. Of course it's a hard game. But I just got a wee feeling we're going to piss all over the Strawberries, guys. 1-1. Maguire assists Liverpool goal, says Chrissy J. Sounds about right. Solskjaer says the gap between both teams is huge. That is true. But look, we've seen results the other day. You know, Southampton beat Arsenal. You'd say maybe Arsenal a better team based on league position, but they still lost the game. Or Spurs bottled it to Brighton. These results can happen. Man United can cause an upset. It can happen, guys. Fucking come on. Hashtag I believe. Hashtag I believe. Come on. It's too negative around here. Fuck the Scousers. We're going to smash them up, mate. We're going to give Jurgen Klopp a fucking swirly, son. What are you on about? We're going to batter the Scousers. Anyway. Haaland has agreed 500k a week with City, says BTH. Well, some reports like that. 600k a week is another report that we've seen Rushmano getting it in here earlier as well. There is talks that he's, that talks are going on there between City and Haaland, of course. Slabby to run out in an LFC kit, says Michael Myers. Oh, man. 6-1, says Joe. Yeah, we haven't seen smashing light bulbs since the Ginger Goblin days, have we? Says I don't even remember that, man. Right, guys, anyway. I've got to wrap this video up. Yeah, come on. Humphrey, 1-1, Norma. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, love your optimism, says Leah Rose. Thank you. Well, you know what? I genuinely do feel that. I'm not just saying it for the sake of it. I've got a feeling that we will turn up tomorrow. I do. Michael says, got to be honest, love seeing all this false hope. Another rage stream with Pig tomorrow, says Michael Myers. Mad money, says Henry. You believe 540 United, says Madhouse. Salah and Diaz playing going to be tough. True top-notch, Tom. We might not even have our goat raid. We might not even have our goat either. Guys, we're going to wrap this video up. I'm going to be back on in half an hour's time. Thank you, everybody that's in the live chat. Rushmano, N, Redmank, Thugger, Dalton King. I'll be on at 11:30, Dalton. DJ Disco Dave, Ian Dawn as well. What's good, man? Much love to you. The Cake Cadet as well. Ian Dawn, I know. Yeah, it's very sad news in regards to that, dude. Cake Cadet, what's that, Cake Cadet? When answer your very important question, please read your important question. What does Slabby need to do to completely redeem himself? I think he's just got to be sold. That's what he's got to do to redeem himself, mate. Be sold for £80 million. That's the only way he can redeem himself, is to be sold for £80 million. Anyway, right, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. We have smashed 200 likes, guys. Let's get a hashtag 200 in there. Thank you, everyone, for joining. No Sash, Top Notch Tom, Craw, Mark Ashton, Mo, Anything Goes, Kingslayer, Damien Michael, VK Dean, Madhouse, James Burring, Sylvester and Yanga, Big Bear 2022 as well, you're done. Fire Up, Chrissy J, N, Fire Up, Top Notch Tom. We've also got Rushmano, Anything Goes, Freddie Kelly Grant, Madhouse, Fire Up. Appreciate you all tuning in. Drop a like before you go. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. Do follow us up on social media at Flying Pig United on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, the website as well as UnitedFlyingHigh.com. You can check out the link at the top of the live chat there actually for Griffo Chaz's latest article on Ten Hag. You can read your latest daily United news over there, so please do click the link. It's at the top of the live chat. Go and read the article. And appreciate you joining. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click the bell icon so you get notified when we post and go live as well. That's it from me, Johnny, James, the Vootinator, Ian Dawn, Norma, Michael, Myers, John Allen, Anything Goes Video, Stephen Carr, Rushmano, all the mods, all the legends, all the members. Thank you very much for tuning in. And everybody, thanks for watching and commenting and chatting with us. That's the United news of the evening. Ten Hag's pretty much a go-ahead, it looks like. Very, very close to being sort of announced in a few days' time. Hopefully, we'll keep you up to date with all that goes on there. And we've got the Scousers coming up tomorrow. We're going to fucking smash them up. Come on, United. We'll be back tomorrow in the day doing a preview for the game, a proper preview with all the latest team news and goings on. So keep a look out for that tomorrow afternoon. Also, FIFA is on in about half an hour's time. We'll be back on the channel here. So keep a look out. Very shortly, we'll be back. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one. and I'll catch you later. Take it easy, guys. And come on, United, sort your bloody lives out. Scouse is going down, son. Bye, guys.